everyone, welcome back to Touch the Fire Twice. I'm Joshua, and I'm here today to do an unboxing and overview of the Harlem Candle Company Harlem Renaissance gift box and goodie package. But before we dig into that, if you're new to Touch the Fire Twice, welcome. My mission here is to share my love and passion for fine home fragrance as an enthusiast, an educator, a reviewer, to inspire you to increase your own fragrance knowledge and understanding, ultimately enhancing the scent memories that you create. If you want to learn more about what I do, why I do it, and how I do it, you can check out my website at TouchTheFireTwice.com, and also give me a follow over on Instagram, also at TouchTheFireTwice. But for now, let's dig into Harlem Candle Company. So if you're not familiar with Harlem Candle Company, I've done a couple of reviews on their candles. They started as Harlem Candle Company. They've now branched out into Harlem Perfume Company, Harlem Design Company, really having a wonderful array of luxury fine goods, primarily focused on fragrance, celebrating and inspired by Harlem. When I did my 12 Days of Candle series, I did in-depth sniff comparison reviews of their St. Nicholas candle, as well as their holiday candle. I've actually purchased a handful of other scents from them as well over the years. Speakeasy, I'm a big fan of. I actually dropped it about a week ago in its box, luckily, but the glass shattered everywhere inside the box, so it was only half burned, but I had to throw it out. It was just too dangerous otherwise, as well as some of their other fragrances that I've really enjoyed. And they reached out to me to partner on this, not sponsored. As I always mention when I do reviews and videos that include products that were gifted to me from a brand or organization, I will always be fully honest with my thoughts. I'm not being paid or compensated to do the review, and though I always seek the good and want to find the positive in things, I don't hide from any negatives or critiques along the way, as you can see in my videos over the decade plus that I've been doing Touch the Fire Twice. So today, I'm going to dig into this gift box, their Harlem Renaissance gift box. There's some fun goodies in here that I want to share with you. Going to do an overview on their recently launched Duke Eau de Parfum, the latest in their collection of, I want to say, 6 fragrances, I believe, total fine fragrances, body fragrances, their Eau de Parfums. They also sent me some really interesting goodies as they're branching out into Harlem Design Company, as well as one of their candles, which happens to be a candle that I already purchased from them, and it is far and away, I want to say, probably my favorite candle of theirs that I've had, and it's really incredible. I'll show you that. It's actually burning over there behind me, and I will do an in-depth sniff comparison review on that in the future, because I want to dedicate the full time that I always do with my in-depth sniff reviews, where we can go deep into, you know, the 8 to 10 notes in a candle. Today we're going to talk through this box, this really beautiful gift box, as well as the Duke perfume. So opening this up here, this is a really, like, a gift box. It really is a wonderful gift to present to someone from Harlem Candle Company. So it's magnetic here. I love, you know, they say millennials love boxes. We can't throw nice boxes or packaging away. And this is certainly in that camp. So magnetic with the little ribbon here. Open that up. And this has their beautiful nightclub map of Harlem design that they had an artist draw for them, which is included in many of their designs, art direction, and packaging, even inside candle boxes. And it really is a beautiful drawing that evokes the time period, that Renaissance period of Harlem that is celebrated with Harlem Candle Company. And I will say, for those who don't know, Harlem holds a really special place in my heart because I lived in New York City for many years, and I actually spent my last 4 years, maybe 5 years, in New York City on the border of Central Harlem and West Harlem on St. Nicholas Avenue. So it was fun to actually review the St. Nicholas candle, which, though it was St. Nicholas, somewhat based on St. Nick, you know, Santa, because it's a holiday candle. Still, St. Nicholas Avenue is a bustling avenue right in the middle of Harlem, and I loved my time there. It was such a welcoming, vibrant community. It was, it is, it will continue to be just a very special place with so much history and culture, you know, living culture around you, as well as the spaces, the places, the mood, moment, memories of Harlem past that Harlem Candle Company now celebrates. So really love digging into this, and makes me very reminiscent of my, albeit short, 4 or 5 year stint in Harlem. So as we get into the box, beautiful pack-in, as you would hope and expect. Lots of fun products in here, so I'm gonna pull these out and go through them. And so you get this pack of long matches, where there's something nice, you know, we all use, you know, lighters and things to light our candles, but there's something very nice when you go back to using a traditional wooden match. And these are long, you know, about 4-inch matches to light a candle. Just, it really evokes a bit of that older world. And this also includes a nightclub map of Harlem design. We'll get into these here. These are some overviews of some of their Eau de Parfums, as well as a sweet little welcome note. And then next up, I didn't even realize they made these. This is sort of, I believe, a new launch from their Harlem Design Company, and that is a journal with a really beautiful vegan leather bound. I'm actually gonna open this up. I haven't journaled for many years, but when I was younger, I loved to journal. So this might be my sign from the universe to get back into it. So this is 150 sheets, 300 pages of lined paper, and it is that soft vegan leather cover, which I always appreciate. You see there's that gold leaf, and of course you have all of the legends that are represented there. Opening this up, again, you've got that gold leaf on the edges there, and just a traditional but very nicely appointed lined journal. Very straightforward, just Harlem Design Company on there. So I think this is a sign I should get back into this for mindfulness, maybe light the candle, relax, have a glass of wine, a cocktail perhaps, like you're at a speakeasy, get into that mindset and do some reflection. So really appreciate that. I think it feels very nicely made. Then, as I said, they also included in this their Renaissance candle, which is the essence of tea and tonka. Again, I have that burning back here. This is the box. I will do an in-depth sniff review on this in a future video. This is so delicious. Delicious, not gourmand, but anything with tea, I really find soothing and I appreciate. But when you have the tea with some bright yuzu, so there's a bit of a sparkle to the citrus side of it, but not a just fresh, bright tea candle with the tea leaves, of course, and you've got that depth from the tonka, some green cardamom, and some really warming tobacco leaves. It's just such a beautiful blend, evoking, again, that mood, moment, memory, space, place, or time of the Renaissance time period in Harlem. So I've got that burning there. That is a 2-wick candle. They have really nice burn on them. I appreciate that though it is not a super wide diameter candle, that they do put the 2 wicks in there because that's going to ensure a really even burn. Most companies would just throw 1 wick in there, which could work, but it's gonna do some of that babying that is often required with candles. These most of the time are not gonna require foil or babying to really get them going, and they're going to perform adequately and have a really healthy strength and throw and performance. Just a bit of a spoiler for the review there. Really great performance. I'm a fan of their candles. They also included their sample pack of 5 of their Eau de Parfums. There's just one here. I'm working on using up a few of the other ones, and I actually gave 2 of them to my mom when I visited her a few weeks back because they seemed more like they were in her wheelhouse. Speakeasy, which we have here, which is perhaps one of their most popular candles, and it's just a warm, rich place that they're evoking with this. Of course, an old world nightclub with just jazz and the liquor and warmth, and it's just a dark, cozy, warming environment. I love the candle. Also really was happy to see that they brought this into their Eau de Parfum. But what I wanted to spend the most time on, which is what they are sort of celebrating most recently the past couple of months, is that they launched their latest Eau de Parfum, which is Duke, celebrating Duke Ellington. Now, Duke, like their other Eau de Parfums, comes in 3 product sizes. So you've got their traditional 50 milliliter, also a 15 milliliter travel spray, and of course that 2 milliliter sample that I shared. Let's unbox Duke, talk through the packaging, the aesthetics. That's always a vibrant and interesting part of the fragrance experience. Then, of course, we will talk through the notes, their inspiration behind this, how they're representing and celebrating Duke Ellington, and then I will get my nose on it. Unboxing the perfume. Here we are, again, a nightclub map of Harlem inside the box, just a sweet touch. And opening this up, getting the glass bottle out here with a nice metal lid. This is just so simple, but it really does evoke a simpler time in the past. Bit of a good snap there, and your traditional atomizer spritzer there. And they describe the scent type of Duke as amber, woody, and spicy, and the personality as eclectically vibrant. Harlem Perfume Company's founder, Terry Johnson, and team partnered with 2 world-class perfumers to create the Duke Eau de Parfum. And I really appreciate that they are not just transparent, but celebratory of the noses and perfumers that they partner with to create these, again, world-class fine fragrances. I will read you the description because I think that the brand scent story is important. That's what they're telling us this will evoke. Again, I always go back to that mood, moment, memory, space, place, or time. And so they describe this as Duke opens with the sparkling brightness of pink pepper, lemon, bergamot, and ginger zest, melting into a warm, luminous heart of tobacco, rock rose, and lavender. A sensual base of bourbon honey and rare woods provides a dramatic finish to this undeniably alluring and very personal scent that perfectly captures the intoxicating excitement of Sir Duke's world. Now, knowing that, we're expecting it to be a bit bright, a little spicy, some peppery. That bergamot is going to give you that pop zing freshness that is so welcomed in fine fragrance. The lavender, the olibanum to bring a bit of that sort of herbal, some green, a additional layer beyond just the brights, the lights. Tobacco, for me, brings such a rich, warm smoothness without overwhelming. And then, of course, we're getting into honey, which is going to be dense and rich and not cloying, but that really enveloping comfort. as well as the richness of the guaiac wood and the Sterex resin. So let's actually get my nose on this. I've got my little Touch the Fire Twice tester here. Gonna open this up and give a spritz. Oh gosh, I love how this is, you wouldn't expect necessarily for something with tobacco and guaiac wood and honey to be so fresh, but is so beautifully balanced where at first thought when I read about and heard about the notes in Duke and the way it was described even, I thought, oh man, is this gonna be one of those like winter night out fragrances only where I'm just gonna wanna wear it when it's a cold winter night, I'm gonna bundle up and I'm gonna go for a walk in the city or something like that, or go out. And it's could work for that for sure. But because you have that brightness from the ginger, the pink pepper, the bergamot, the lemon, there is really an airiness to this fragrance, but it's not, some sporty afternoon playing tennis. There is a real good depth from this, the tobacco and the rock rose, and of course the woods, the resin, that honey. It's kind of that warm hug. There's a maturity to it, but it doesn't go into, 1980s businessman or kind of grandpa fragrance that I think some folks think of when they think of some notes like these, or a real heavy hitter fragrance that has a lot of depth and resins and woods to it. There's that vibrancy, as they mentioned, even in the personality of Duke and the fragrance, woodiness, and there's a good amount of spice in there too that really keeps it energetic and alive, and there's movement to it and energy. So I really enjoy it. I've worn this a handful of times. I will say, would I wear this on the hottest of summer days when I'm going, to the beach or I'm going to a cookout? Maybe not for me personally, though some people could wear this as like their signature scent and wear it year round, and I don't think it would be inappropriate. And it's the kind of fragrance where when someone walks in, no matter where you are, regardless, you're gonna say, "Ooh, they smell really, like, what is that? They smell really good." It's not, "Ooh, what, they are choking me out. What are they doing with that?" Like, that's not this fragrance. It's comforting, but exciting at the same time. So I'm a fan of that. I really enjoy all of their fragrances. There are, again, a few that I gave to my mom. She's gonna tell me what she thinks of them as she wears them, works on her skin's chemistry. So if you'd like to hear my thoughts on some of their other parfums, please do let me know and I can do an additional video on that. But for now, I'm going to be living with Duke Ellington for a bit. So that is my overview of this really thoughtfully curated Harlem Candle Company. I made a bit of a mess of it. It looked beautiful when I first opened it. Gift box featuring the candle. Again, I will be doing a review on that Tonka Harlem Renaissance candle. If you have that or any other Harlem Company candles, parfums, or products, I'd love to hear your thoughts on them. Again, I really enjoy them. I recommend you check them out. They're a great foray into true luxury without, some luxury candles are very, very expensive and very pricey. Think, Trudon and things of that nature. These are, I feel like they're in that space where they are, maybe it's a treat for yourself, but it's not a break the bank sort of treat. And everything that I've purchased from them has been really great. Terry does a lot of live shopping events and gives you a lot of behind the scenes stories of the work they're doing. For me, and this is not brand speak, but this is just my interpretation of it, they really seem to focus primarily on two key things. And that first one is going to be, are these beautiful, unique, intriguing fragrances that you can't find anywhere else? And second, do they inspire, celebrate, and evoke the memory of Harlem, past, present, and future? So really enjoy them. Check them out if you're not familiar. Let me know your thoughts on anything you've purchased from Harlem Candle Company. If you have any other questions, let me know. And until next time, take care.